Hello, welcome back to Garden Obsessed. My name is Carla. One of the things that I started doing last year was I started keeping a harvest journal, and I did that for a few reasons. One, I wanted to know year to year how much we were actually harvesting of different things. Is 6 broccoli plants enough? What did that yield us? Do we need to grow 8 next year? How many strawberry plants do we need to supply ourselves with a year's worth of strawberries? Things like that. And it's a good way to track. Like last year, June was an awfully rainy month. We had rain on 20 out of 30 days last year. So I will probably see huge differences in the harvests that we have this June compared to last year. So I've kept track. I started in January this year. Last year I didn't start until about this time of year, but I had a couple of arrow gardens inside with some green beans and some cherry tomatoes, and so I've kept track of those. We didn't end up tapping our maple trees last year. We did this year. I've tracked that, and in May the garden actually started giving us some harvests. So I put January through April together, and I just wanted to share what we have harvested. So January through April, we harvested cherry tomatoes, lettuce, we grew some microgreens in the house, and we harvested and boiled down maple sap to make maple syrup. So we ended up with 620 grams worth of food and 1.25 liters of finished maple syrup. This is all homegrown, organically grown items, right? So to put that into a cost amount, what it would cost us to replace those items if we didn't grow them ourselves, conventionally grown, we're looking at about $36.50, and organic, we're looking at $62.28. So worth the effort, I think, for just a few little harvests during the winter months in Zone 5, Nova Scotia, Canada. For May, things start to look a little bit better. So we were able to get asparagus out of the garden, still some cherry tomatoes and some green beans trickling in from the arrow gardens. I was able to start harvesting herbs from the garden, and also some kale, some as greens and as kale florets. So in total in May, we harvested 4.5 pounds of produce. That is 2 kilograms of food, which is more than we harvested in May last year. Our asparagus is really starting to mature. It was started from seed probably 4 or 5 years ago now. And that works out to, we don't have like the high value maple syrup this month, but that works out to about $26.85 conventional and $47.70 organic. So I find it hard to find this kind of information online. It's something that interests me. I think it's individual for everybody. You can find lots of charts, how much of things you should grow, to feed your family for a year, but I think everyone's preferences are different. Everyone's growing conditions are different. And, for example, one indeterminate tomato here in Zone 5 Canada, where our growing season is about 120 days, is not going to yield nearly as many or as much by weight tomatoes as somewhere, in Zone 7 or 8, in one of the southern states. Their growing season is going to be twice as long as ours. So I think it's important to temper your expectations, and I think it's important to take your own notes from your own garden and your own growing conditions. And having this information can help you tweak your system and what you're growing and optimize for your family. Just my 2 cents, just a quick video. I will be doing these every month probably until October, and I hope you find it as interesting as I do. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. Some people are just here to, you know, grow the plants and see the plants, and that's cool too. But if you are interested in, you know, kind of tracking these other things, I would love to hear about it down in the comments. I hope your gardens are in and growing, and I think it's going to be a good year. I'm looking forward to it. I thank you for watching and stopping by. I hope you come back, and we'll see you next time.